no info on AP BREN so far. That Gold Crab going over to Sakin as he funnel everything towards it. Meanwhile, mid lane, Super Ken with the help of the hard guard trying to run down AP BREN. Swiped to the side by the final slash. Super Ken running away with the help of that Alice, but it doesn't really matter. The flicker from Ogwen into the kick will finish him off. Massive punish. Superman comes in, catches 2 on the back, but Super Marco able to get away in time as Zorizo shows up with a flicker, rams Kaltizi into the wall, and both junglers go down.
Yeah, mid lane open for the contest, right? AP BREN was the one that got the first jumps. You can see how Super Ken contributes into the team fight, right? Just denying off the call altar. Bigatron Alpha knows, and they just jump in. Super good setup by the side of Super Bin to set that all the way up. And don't forget, Sakin right here is joining the party of Bigatron Alpha, and you can see immediately they got that 1 kill.
Gotta watch out if you are AP BREN. Super Marco still trying to get his levels up. Zorizo and Key pressuring him as well. This is definitely a slower game for Harith compared to what Sakin had to endure in game 1, right? He had a massive lead, he was running everyone down, but this time, not the same for Super Marco. Definitely struggling against Bigatron Alpha.
Yeah, and then you start to ask the question, right? Harith in the late game is not the strongest gold laner at all, right? Yes, this time around with the new patch does help him with the life steal just a little bit more, but then again, you know, you don't really have that pushing power as compared to a marksman, right? Like, and also you rely on Bigatron Alpha to make the same mistakes that AP BREN to fight in that choke point. Bigatron Alpha, I think Sakin knows how to deal with the Harith, so I don't think Bigatron Alpha will attempt to make that same mistake. FlapTZ looking for angle right here, final sweep, catches Super Bin.
And they will not be able to get the Lord though, unfortunately. Super Ken will secure that very easily. Super Bin gives his life away, but most important part for Bigatron Alpha is that they get the objective, Lord in their favor.
Yeah, they weren't able to punish Bigatron Alpha even more. Super Bin bought enough time, and that's the power of Bigatron Alpha, right? That's the power of Super Bin in buying a lot of space for Super Ken. Even though he's far behind, I just need to press the wretched finger, and Zorizo just bug us out of there.
Very, very straightforward gameplay for Bigatron Alpha. They know that, well, AP BREN, sure, they got some early kills, but they're not exactly the hardest to finish off, right? Kaltizi, he's not gonna even stand a chance against Super Ken. So all things considered, that early lead from AP BREN, you said that the pressure to Kaltizi, he got 2 early kills. Want to translate to Super Marco, none of that was allowed to happen. So Bigatron Alpha, in fact, are in the driver's seat.
Yeah, definitely, right? With the Lord Intel up top right here, Bigatron Alpha putting a spearhead instead. That's a concealed play coming in. Super Ken jumping onto FlapTZ.
It's gonna be the final slash right there. Kaltizi trying to play out the wave as fast as possible. The bounce to the back actually finishes off Key. They will trade fuel in return, but AP BREN, you're gonna be happy with that trade.
Yeah, definitely, right? Like, you're gonna add even more kills for the side of Kaltizi. He's gonna snowball, but don't forget, look at Key right here. Immediately after he's dead, he actually secured the Ice Cream one of the important items for the Angela as well. So now Kaltizi needs to be a bit more careful. He's gonna get perma-slowed down if he's not careful by Key. And not only just that, right? Like, he's gonna get kited around if Kaltizi wasn't able to just instant kill or instant delete anybody with the Shadow Q.
Try to test that triple buff again. Ogwen losing majority of his health, and Fuel comes in clutch with the call Alta. Final flash used as well by FlapTZ, trying to keep Bigatron Alpha away, but FlapTZ overextends to the back, and Bigatron Alpha just comes back in with the damage and the re-engage. Sakin free hitting everyone. The Tyrant's Revenge to follow up Super Vin, catching FlapTZ, and this time there's no running as Sakin finds a double.
Ooh, Sakin was huge right there. He maintained a very good range. Super Vin just setting up really nicely once again. AP BREN wanted to fight Bigatron Alpha in that choke point, and once you see Kaltizi wasn't able to secure the kill on Sakin, he's unable to do anything as well. Yes, you take down Key, but what can you do? Here comes Onslaught.
They need to take a Sakin. Look at that. Sakin stands his ground as Super Ken runs down Kaltizi. The attempt is there. Super Ken wins that one. The kick is going to be down onto Sakin, and finally Ogwen takes him down with the help of Few. Bigatron Alpha fighting a bit more than they could chew.
Yeah, at the very least, you know, AP BREN's trying to look for any form of ways to sustain. Just take a look. Super Ken does have the EXP lead in the favor. Blood Wings already built by the side of Super Ken already. So more shields going into and more sustainability and more survivability for this Joy. Now, AP BREN, as long as they actually maintain, you know, the 3 inhibitor turrets up, AP BREN does stand a chance. Don't forget, Super Marco is this late game marksman or late game gold laner. But if you take a look on the other side, because Alpha has so much structure standing,
I don't think they can contest this Lord at all.
Not at all. Super Vin is just zoning around, just making sure Super Ken can basically do his own thing, right? And now the only thing that AP BREN can do is just try to control the wave, try to slam it shut against Bigatron Alpha. But Bigatron Alpha has so much structures, right? And this means that they've got so much map control. If I'm able to paint the picture, it's mostly Bigatron Alpha side of the map, because AP BREN has lost way too many structures they cannot hold, and then even though, you know, Few does have the pseudo tankiness, the Cow Altar, right, coming into play, that doesn't help because all the members of AP BREN is constantly getting bursted down, and not only just that, getting knocked up sky high by Sorizo. Saken, if he's not dead, AP BREN will die in any form of team fights, and Bigatron Alpha and AP BREN decides to handshake.
Supervin getting swiped back by the final slash. Lord is already dropping low, and there's no way for Kauti to even attempt this. He's gonna show up with the shadows, but very, very late. Bigatron Alpha gets a free objective.
Yeah, AP BREN, I don't know, like, man, I think the game plan right now, instead of trying to catch Saken, their main goal is to try to pick Bigatron Alpha frontline apart bit by bit. But that's exactly what Bigatron Alpha wants to do, right? Fight front to back. But if you take a look at the items, there you go. You can see Saken already securing the Holy Trinity. Instead, also going into the...
They're trying to stop this Lord and protect that inhibitor turret. The bottom one will be safe for now, but the mid one will fall thanks to Saken and Cole. AP BREN not able to do too much. Kautizi playing sideways, but look at Key on the map as well. He knows that Kautizi is somewhere, so he's not even showing himself. Superwin charging up the Tyrant's Revenge, looking for Flaptizi. He's going to connect. No follow-up with the Tyrant's Race just yet. It hold is very slow. Flaptizi to the back instantly. There's a kick on the Sorizo. They need to finish him off, but it's going to be the stun re-engage from Bigatron Alpha. Might have been a massive mistake as Saken goes absolutely berserk with a double. The Muddles completely shredding through the health bars of AP BREN, and suddenly they find themselves 3 men down. As Field responds with the reduced respawn timer. The passive will help him up a little bit, but Bigatron Alpha cracks open the bottom inhibitor at the same time. Midwave showing up. The barrier is gonna allow Bigatron Alpha to sync up 2 waves at once. And look at that, Ogwen, 15 seconds away. Flaptizi needs another 20. Engage from Superwave is gonna go wide. The Muddles lay down as well. Kautizi needs to survive for as long as possible. Field will drop down the Cow Altar to keep his team and buy some time. The OG Shadow Kill not enough. And Super Marco is gonna get run down by Super Ken and Bigatron Alpha. They're gonna trade 1-for-1, but AP BREN have lost so much.
Yeah, no more Sorizo to basically fix the ways. They know better not to tangle with AP BREN anymore. AP BREN just literally throwing bodies, but this is not a very good place for you!
He's gonna try and face check that brush, and it's a fatal mistake. And now it's gonna be bad news. Ogwen needs another 30 seconds. They need as much time as possible. Kautizi, can you work some magic? Super Ken tanking some shots from the crystal. And that's enough to force Bigatron Alpha back.
Yeah, the area clear from the Ghost Bursters are the only thing that kept AP BREN alive. Luckily, Few does have that, you know, Cow Altar and also the respawn timer coming in to basically coming in a little bit clutch for the side of AP BREN. Bigatron Alpha, this is a big problem right now. If you can't end the game in the early, like right there and then, Bigatron Alpha needs to try something else. There you go. They're gonna go for the Lord instead right here. There's a lot of space for Bigatron Alpha to work with unless Kautizi is able to try to sneak away the Lord with the shadows. But look at Sake and look at how the members of Bigatron Alpha are stacking.
Yeah, too late. Kautizi again late to the party as Ogwen. He's gonna get shredded by Saken. Few's gonna have his call out the pop, and now flicker to safety. Doesn't have the dash, doesn't have the face to go to the wall, and Bigatron Alpha surely is a game 3, right? The Lord is gonna march down mid. 2 dead on the side of AP BREN. Phil will be back in 10, but Ogwen needs to
dedicate that Inspire over to the core. That'll be big.
And Flaptizi already caught out by the Tyrant's Revenge. He's gonna go down. So AP BREN left with 4 members. Super Ken trying to run down the members. Super Marco is gonna be the target. They're gonna power onto him, and the core is gonna be dead before AP BREN even knows it. And Bigatron Alpha pushes